Back to XFM. This morning we're going to be looking at Scottish independence and looking at people who are for and against it. In the studio we have William and Chris, and they're going to be discussing their opposing arguments. William, I think you're first in this. What's your view on this?
Well, Scotland has its own traits of an independent nation. It has its own parliament and its own legal system and courts too. And more than 10 years of devolution has shown that Scots are more than capable of running their own affairs.
Yes, but however, the Union has served both countries well for 300 years. Devolution is a young experiment and it's too soon to judge it.
Other small countries like Norway and Republic of Ireland are more successful and more dynamic, and independent Scotland will have the tools to match them.
Right, well, I understand where you're coming from, but however, the integrated British economy is more capable than an independent Scotland would be of meeting challenges like globalisation. Likewise, having independent defence and security structures would overstrain Scotland's resources.
I disagree. Relations between Scots and English are deteriorating. Independence would free Scotland from dependency and England from resentment. An amicable, no-faults divorce is better than a bickering marriage. Independence would give Scotland clout where it matters, a seat at the UN and in the EU Council of Ministers. Scottish interests such as fishery and agriculture are poorly served in Brussels by the UK ministers.
Well, I just have to highly disagree. Scotland has more influence in Brussels as part of the UK than it could have as an independent state.
Semi-independence is unsatisfactory. Facial powers and economic control remain at Westminster. Independence will allow Scotland to cut business taxes, like Ireland, to promote economic growth.
Well, yes, there is a gap between public spending in Scotland, it's about 40 billion, and revenue raised, which is 27 billion. A Scottish Government would have to choose between higher taxes and cuts in public services.
William, Chris, that's very interesting and opposing views. I really appreciate your time. It has been informative and you both presented valid points. But please tune in next week for some cheeseburgers, fact or fiction.